Hello, it's me, Grayson. So recently, the Azure update release, and there are a lot of things to say about this update, mostly bad things.
Before I start, this is my opinion, so don't harass me as it's just gonna make things worse. Also make sure you like and subscribe for more content. This update brought a lot of skins that look really cool. Cool Kid got the most love out of everyone with most skins, including bad ones like cultists getting a big rework. Not only that, but Cool Kid milestone skins got rework, and he finally got a milestone 3- for chase theme, which is good. Another thing that I like is almost all the maps got either a big rework or some small changes. Planet Voss, for example, got a big rework which looks really cool. All the maps that got reworked are all really cool, and the devs did cook in these maps. Another thing I do like is the new Last Man Standing themes, like the Azure versus to Time theme is the best Last Man Standing from the update. That's it for all the goods. Now time for the bads. If I'm gonna be honest with you, when this update got announced, I was really excited for it. I even said I bet it's gonna be better than Strangers from the Past, which was my favorite update. But then the update release, and I'm really disappointed with this update, which never even happens. First off, Azure is really overpowered. Most of his abilities are really bullshit. The moveset is so bad that it's impossible to win against Azure. If you're the killer, then it's fun playing as Azure. But if you're a survivor, then it's just hell. I constantly get comboed by his Seeker's Bulb and Stigmatize, and the flower is basically a 50-50 chance of getting hit with. There are times when Stigmatize hits me through the wall, or when I'm not low and Stigmatize hits me and the killer comes over and chases me, I lose almost all my HPH. Azure's Golem also is really overpowered, and it's not even that hard to unlock. Just get one kill and boom, you can now kill players in seconds. His M1 can basically 2 or 3 shot you, and his Golem's other abilities are basically a death sentence. Now sure, the disadvantage is that the Golem is 50 stamina and has a timer for how long you can use it, but the Golem can still kill almost half of the lobby with ease. Another problem is some of the map changes. Since almost all the maps got reworked, the devs decided to remove all the most common looping spots. Sure, I do really hate loopers so much, but what they did was really bad. It's now basically impossible to survive as a survivor. Players usually loop since it's a surviving skill, but since this got removed, it's basically over. Another problem is the new maps that release. The map Roblox HQ is a fine map, nothing is wrong with it. But the Azure map is a whole new story. First off, the Azure map is really big, so it's gonna be hard to win if you're a different killer. So the only way you could win is playing Azure. And finally, the map has so many looping spots. Killers like John Doe, 1X, or Azure are good for the Azure map, but killers like Slasher or Cool Kid are gonna be hard to win. But if you're really good main of those killers, then it's possible. Another problem I have is the nerfs. The Azure update basically ruined 2 time. Out of all the nerfs, 2 times was definitely the worst. For context, the nerfs to time got was 2 times doesn't heal when stabbing the killer. When stabbing the killer without crouching, you don't move up a bit when you go for a stab anymore. And there are more, but that are the 2 I have a big issue with. Now sure, to time did get some buffs, like now getting 50 health when you enter your second life. But why did they change 2 times again? It was so unnecessary. 2 times already got nerfed a while ago. Nobody asked for this, but yet Forsaken still did it anyways. I also hate the new Prey ability for 2 time. For those who don't know, Prey is a new ability that 2 times got during the Azure update, which heals you. But there is one problem I have with Prey. You have to use some of your ablation to heal. For those who don't know, ablation is one of the effects 2 times has when getting a stab. If you fill up your ablation up, you can get a second life. Me personally, I think you should just get a second life. It's way better than wasting your ablation for probably like 10 HPH. Oh yeah, by the way, by the time I was making this video, Azure got a little nerf. You might think, what is it gonna be? Did they nerf most of his abilities?
No!
All they did was reduce the blooming Seeker bulbs by 1.33. Anyways, that's it for the video. In conclusion, the Azure update was disappointing. It's probably the 3rd worst update Forsaken did in a while. Maybe if the devs nerf Azure and reverse the 2 time nerf, maybe I would give it like a 8 out of 10. But overall, the update made Azure overpowered. 2 times is now terrible, and the rework for each map is cool. but it's impossible to survive around on the map. The update gets a 6 out of 10. At least there are some cool things, but the rest is just terrible. Anyways, bye.